I.S.U.P.K.
We want no cowards in our camp, only men, free men to die. We want no cowards in our camp, never let their brothers die. We want no cowards in our camp, only men, free men to die.
You that's not what it is. The reason why we're going through what we're going through is because we aren't following the laws, statutes, and commandments. Every single person that is hearing the sound of my voice right now understand that there are laws, statutes, and commandments that we were given. So today, as I'm talking to you, you're going to understand that blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are the Jews of the Bible. We are Israel. You're going to understand that the Most High is a black man. You're going to understand Yahushua, Christ, is a black man. You're also going to know that the white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of. That's right. And understand this, the justice system that you think you believe in, that you also know that doesn't actually work for you, is also of your oppressor. Your oppressor set up this justice system. The system that we have here today, if you're paying attention to the news, if you watch what's going on, you're seeing our people get destroyed and killed every single day. But not just by the hands of our own people, by the hands of the oppressor, by the hands of the police. That's who's killing our people. The police are killing our people every single day, and they're getting away with it. They're doing it with impunity. And impunity means they're doing it without remorse. They're doing it without any consequences, which makes them continue to do it. So what you're going to understand today is, as I go through some of these scriptures, I'm going to break down to you and show you that your oppressor kills us and he holds himself not guilty. He does it all the time. He'll kill you and say, I didn't do it. He'll kill you and say it was self-defense. But you're going to understand today what's going on. Give me Zechariah 11:5, Baba Kasha. You're going to understand, I'm going to go through a couple brothers and sisters that have had their life taken by the police. And nothing was done to them. Nothing. They said not guilty, and guess what? They were found not guilty. You got that for me yet? The book of Zechariah chapter 11 verse 5. Don't take my word for what I'm about to say. You're going to hear from this book. You got it? Zechariah 11:5. Go ahead.
Zechariah 11:5, whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty. And they that sell them say, blessed be the Lord, for I am rich, and their own shepherds pity them not.
He said, whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty. Understand, you know what the possessor is? A person who owns you. You're owned here by your slave, by your slave owner. Your slave owner is the oppressor, and that is the person who possesses you. So when it says here that whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty, is talking about your police officers. The police officers have killed many of us and held themselves not guilty. I'll give you an example. He proves to you who he is. He proves to you that he's the devil that the Bible speaks of, and I'm going to show you that. The officer shot, I'm going to say, what was it? I don't have the exact year, but if you all have been paying attention to the news, you know who Philando Castile is. Yep. Philando Castile was shot dead in his car with his child and his wife. Shot dead. He did nothing. He did nothing. He was shot by someone who was probably one of our people, but he worked for his oppressor. He worked for the oppressor, and guess what? When you work for your oppressor, you can't have any integrity. You're going to destroy your own people, and you're going to do the job for him. Give me Zechariah 11:5 one more time. You're going to understand what it means when I say not guilty. He shot that man in cold blood, killed him, and they found him not guilty. Go ahead and read it again.
Zechariah 11:5, whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty.
Right there. Whose possessors slay them, hold themselves not guilty. Understand that. Whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty. You've been watching the news. You see it. Give me stay right there. Matter of fact, we're going to go back further with that. George Zimmerman and Trayvon Martin. You know who George Zimmerman is. You know who Trayvon Martin is. Trayvon Martin was killed by a rent-a-cop. And when he killed him, the police told him, do not pursue this man. Don't pursue him. But what did he do? He pursued him anyway because of his lust for blood to destroy us.
Right.
So what did he do? He killed that man in cold blood. And guess what? When he went to court, guess what happened? They found him not guilty. Read Zechariah 11:5 again.
Whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty.
Understand this. This is not my words. This is the words of the Bible. This book right here. This book that has the laws, statutes, and commandments in it. That's where this truth is coming from. I'm not making this up. The Most High gave us this to let us know that we had an enemy. And that enemy is out here trying to destroy us. But guess what? All of you don't know that you're out here at war. You don't know that you're at war. You out here smoking dope. You out here hoeing. You out here drinking. You have no idea that you're at war, that the oppressor is out here trying to destroy you. But you're going to find out today if you listen. I'm going to give you another one. We're going to talk about Breonna Taylor. Who knows who Breonna Taylor is? You know who Breonna Taylor is. There you go, sis. Give me Zechariah 11:5 again.
Zechariah 11:5, whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty.
Stop right there. They went into this sister's house with a no-knock warrant, busted down the door, and started firing. The brother that was in there, her man was trying to defend. He didn't know who it was, and they shot this sister while she was asleep. She was asleep, and they killed her. And guess what they said? We aren't guilty. They said, we are not guilty of murdering this sister. Well, if you didn't murder her, would she still be here today? If you didn't bust into her house and start firing upon them, would she still be here today? Well, the book of Zechariah says, whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty. Well, guess what? I'm going to prove it to you some more. You're going to understand that the scriptures has been talking to us the entire time. I want you to stay on that verse, and I'm going to tell y'all about who knows about Alton Sterling.
Yeah.
Alton Sterling. Sister, you know who that is. Excellent. Once again, read Zechariah 11:5.
Whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty.
Whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty. Once again, these are not the words that are coming from my mouth. These are the words that are coming from a book that was written by blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. That's who it's coming from. So he was telling us, he's being foretold to let us know these are prophecies of things that would happen, things that were happening, and things that are still happening today, right now to our people. You're going to understand that the devil is the white man that the Bible speaks of. This justice system has nothing to do for you. Nothing. I will tell you this over and over again. The justice system here in this country is not for you. It is designed and set up for your oppressor to do what he's been doing to you. Read Zechariah 11:5.
Zechariah 11:5, whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty.
Stop right there. I'm going to give you one. I'm going to bring it more close to home. We're going to bring it to 2020. We're going to look at Rashard Brooks. Who knows who Rashard Brooks is?
Yeah.
You know who Rashard Brooks is because it happened right here in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Right here in Atlanta, Rashard Brooks was shot for being asleep. He fell asleep in a park in a drive-through at a Wendy's. They shot that man dead. Shot him dead. He didn't have a weapon on him. But what happened? They shot that man dead right there in the parking lot. Absolutely, that's what they did. So, once again, read that verse for me again. Zechariah 11:5.
Zechariah 11:5, whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty.
Whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty? Any black, Hispanic, or Native Indian that works for this nation, works for their government system. They right there are working against our people. They're working against you. They're doing the job of the oppressor. So in that right there, understand this. It was an oppressor who killed his brother. But if you look at some of our police officers, as you'll see, some of them are black, Hispanic, and Native Indian. Unfortunately, they can be worse on us than an oppressor can. Right. But the book right here in Zechariah 11:5 is proving that. It's proving that. That's why you had what happened with Rashard Brooks. So we're going to go to one more. Just so I can drive the point home and show you that the evidence that is in Zechariah 11:5, the Bible is real. We're going to go to one more person. Oh, hold on. Let me back it up. Just to show you that the justice system isn't for you, the cat that shot and killed, the oppressor that shot and killed Rashard Brooks, they fired him and then they hired him back. They reinstated him. You know what they did when they reinstated him? They did that so he could go on administrative leave, which means he lost his job, but until they find the reason to say we're going to charge you, they're going to pay him to be at home. This nation doesn't give a damn about you, black man, Hispanic man, or Indian man. They would rather pay their people to kill you and sit at home than to give us justice. And you're going to understand that today. You're going to understand what he's done to you. Give me a, matter of fact, no. Before that, I'm going to say that verse one more time, and then I'm going to bring you to today. Right now, something that's happening right now, and I know if you're paying attention, you'll know who it is. Zechariah 11:5.
Whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty.
Ahmaud Arbery. Do you know who Ahmaud Arbery is?
Jogging guy.
That's right. This brother was about 4 hours from here in Brunswick, Georgia. He was jogging and he was murdered. 3 devils, 3 oppressors, 3 white men chased this brother down, chased him down and killed him. They said that it was a citizen's arrest. They said they thought that he was robbing. They thought that he was stealing. They thought he had broken one of their vehicles. I'm gonna show you how your justice system means nothing to you, but also that the justice system is set up for your oppressor. Right. Because when we had the law that was passed that you can do a citizen's arrest, that wasn't passed for us. That was passed for our oppressor to be able to do that to us. So you're gonna understand today. As I'm talking about Ahmaud Arbery, I want you to stop and think. I want you to think about how much you loved your oppressor. How much you said, well, what about him? And what can we do for him? How can we be friends with him? How can we love him? How can we show forgiveness for him? He has showed you no forgiveness. He has showed you nothing but death. He showed you nothing but blood. He showed you no mercy, period. So as I continue to read and you understand what happened in Zechariah 11:5, I'm going to let you know, black man, Hispanic man, and Native Indian man, we are at war. We have been at war. Understand this. We are at war. If you can hear my voice, we are at war. We've been at war. For those of you who are behind me across the street, for those of you in front of me right now, we are at war. Your oppressor does not love you, and he never will love you. He hates you. He has a perpetual hatred for you. And you're going to understand it today. You're going to understand it. That's right. The oppressor does have guns. And guess what? We ain't going to go to war with him with no guns. We ain't going to go to war with him with guns. We're going to go to war with him following these laws, statutes, and commandments. So understand this. These goddamn devils chased down Ahmaud Arbery in pickup trucks. They chased the brother down in a pickup. This brother was jogging. He thought he could go out, jog, be safe, and that nothing would happen to him. But I want you to understand that they were hunting this brother. But don't take it from me. Hear it from the Bible. Give me Lamentations 4:18. The book of Lamentations 4:18. Don't hear from me that these rednecks, these devils were chasing after this brother and hunting him, hunting his steps. I want you to hear it come from the Bible. Understand it from the Bible. Lamentations 4:18 is going to tell you exactly what these brothers, not even brothers, Salakia, what these devils were doing. It's going to let you know this brother was out jogging, handling his business, doing what he wanted to do, but he wasn't safe. He thought that he was, but guess what? He didn't know he was at war. If he knew he was at war, he'd have been alert. He'd have been a sober mind. He'd have been paying attention. But unfortunately, this brother had to succumb to the ways of the evil of this devil. The book of Lamentations, chapter 4, verse 18. I'm going to break it down to you, and I'm going to let you see what the book says and let you know that the words that I'm speaking aren't coming from me. It's the words coming from this book that let us know that here's a warning. Here's a warning to you that these people are your enemy. Here's what they're going to do to you. Basically, paraphrasing until my brother gets to this verse, it's letting you know that they hunt our steps. The scripture lets you know that they hunt our steps. You got that? Give me that.
Lamentations 4:18. They hunt our steps that we cannot go in our streets.
They hunt our steps so that we cannot go in our streets. This brother went in the street. This brother was jogging. But guess what? These 3 devils had another plan for him. They had another thing that they wanted to do to him. So guess what they did? They hunted his steps. The scriptures tell you this. They hunt our steps.
Right.
So that we cannot go in the streets. You all know that they hunt your steps. Right. You all know, everyone that's standing out here right now knows they hunt our steps. Right. They watch every single move that we make. They come to you and they question you and ask you things that have nothing to do with what you're doing. They're hunting you. They're watching you. You're there praying. You don't even know it. Right. They're here to destroy you. They're your goddamn enemies.
Right. No cowards in our camp,